You're listening to FFOP Radio.
Reach the
and welcome to the show. My name is Dave, and this is a Fistful of Podcasts from FFOPradio.com. How do you like them apples?
I saw that he got a URL.
Stole it back.
Well, no, this
Hell
is
yeah! No, yeah, the Chinese company still has fistfulpodcast.com.
We're in litigation.
I've sent them a lawyer via my intermediaries. We'll see what happens.
If nothing else, maybe we can get some free lingerie out of it.
Oh my god! Or at least one happy ending sent via airmail.
How does that work?
It's just it's basically like a mannequin hand on like a jackhammer.
I was going to say they
jackhammer.
Make a mold of a lady's hand, fill that with Jello.
Yeah. So I mean, there are ways to do it, guys. I haven't even introduced anybody yet, so let's take a quick break from talking about shit that we're going to be talking about later to introduce my co-host all the way from the Lorena Sparks area. And up first, we have Mr. Andrew Bergevin.
Hey, Dave, this is not a joke, by the way. This is not going to be a pun. Did you see that pedophiles have rebranded themselves online?
I feel like this is going to be a pun.
Even
though you
it's
said
not a pun.
I do feel like, okay, so the pedophiles have rebranded themselves as...
Yep, they're calling themselves MAPS.
MAPS? What is that?
Which is a minor attracted person.
Ugh, fuck you.
But it makes that song MAPS really weird. Hey,
no.
they don't love you like I love you.
MAPS!
Maps.
Also in studio there with Andy, we got Mr. Adam J. Hubbard Esquire.
I love you like I love you. Hey.
How old is that song? 40 years at this point?
It was on Rock Band 1.
So yeah, probably about 35 years.
They made it just for Rock Band.
They're like, what? You need a song about maps for a video game? You got it.
Then listen to this.
Listen to this. Oh my god. In studio, of course, we have Chris over there on the couch.
Eek, a penis.
One of our dongless crew members.
Yeah.
So, Andy, since you brought up pedophiles, that's something I wanted to...
Speaking of pedophiles.
Something I want to talk about. So, one of the things that I love almost more than any other produced professional or amateur media is To Catch a Predator.
Ah.
And
Is that still going?
No, they had to stop it because a guy killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the thing was, it died in 2008, but I've been watching it ever since.
Constantly.
I put it on for noise here at home. I think I was playing Monster Hunter or something, and I realized, and Krista backed this up, but I know almost all of the words to every TCAP.
Oh, no.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's fun. They would sing him to the Monster Hunter theme.
It's almost like, you know how when you watch a movie so many times you can basically like verbatim in your head?
Green Acres.
What? I know everybody from To Catch a Predator 3 on, because the first two they didn't have cops, so I was not interested. But from the third one on, like, I know all of the law enforcement involved. I know everybody's names and ages. I've even gone so far as to watch all the behind-the-scenes interrogation footage available to me as a human just curious.
That's good stuff.
I didn't know it was such a deep vein of material.
No, and it's not Sean Hannity. It's
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Yeah,
Sean Hannity's the one they caught, right?
Yeah, right. Chris Hansen is like, okay, so I don't know if here's the thing. If you've been keeping up with the To Catch a Predator mythology since its demise,
No.
a lot of stuff has been going on. Let me just fill you in real quick. So, To Catch a Predator happens. William Conrad Jr. shoots himself in the head in Texas on investigation like fucking 4 or something. And
4?
Yes! He died so early on, but they did 12 investigations.
That's it?
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, the dude, and they were like months apart, so like, you know, Murphy, Texas rolls around, dude blows his brains out, and they did it for another fucking 8 episodes.
Well, there's one down.
Case closed.
I thought so David, I've only seen a few episodes, but one of my favorite things about the pedophiles that walk into the house is they always have like wine coolers.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. The specifics change, but like the same basic hits are always there. It's like watching SVU. You know the pattern. You know somebody's going to get a finger in their butt, and you know by the end someone will figure out whose finger was in whose butt.
Okay.
And To Catch a Predator, it always goes like this. Chris Hansen's like, oh, here's a guy with a really weird name. It's like Ball Slap 37. He's talking to our decoy, and he's like, man, I sure love anal. Anyway, cut to the house.
Anyway, it's enough about me.
I'm Anus Tickler 37.
Here are the two things that pedophiles love above all else: oral and anal. Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
Every time it's like, oh, hey, 13 Flagler Beach, Florida here. And like the very next question from the dude is like, so you like anal?
Like in the house?
I'm 13. Like,
So yes.
there's like a solid 50-50 chance if you ask if you're dating in your 40s and you ask a 40-year-old woman, you like anal? There's a 50-50 chance. There is a 100% chance that a 12 to 13-year-old has never tried anal.
Yeah, I'm going to say that there's not a 100% chance, but there should be.
Right. Okay. So let me take that.
Morally, yes.
I don't know the internet these days.
I know,
The kids in their TikToks.
They're world-wise.
All these damn kids. Why can't it be like when we were kids and we were fucking in analog?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say digital.
Analog.
Analog.
Next up, hey yo guys. Next up on my TikTok, I'm gonna shove this Coke bottle up my ass for
So-
President Trump.
let me ask you guys this. Let's say you got caught in a sting, no matter what it was, and they had, let's say, pages and pages of evidence of you interacting with someone committing this crime. Because here's the thing. I understand that you're a predator. You come to meet a 12-year-old. There's Chris Hansen. You're like, oh shit, I was all just kidding. I didn't I showed her my penis, but it was just like for ha-has.
I was just trying to find a friend.
Like, how do you? Especially,
Gee, wish I had a friend.
yeah,
That's how that kid
that's the
grew
thing.
up.
Everybody who shows up is like, well, I just came for the friendship. And my first question is, okay, so you're a 62-year-old dude, right? Check. So you came here to make friends with a 13-year-old. And even when I was 13, I didn't want to hang out with other 13-year-olds. But you're 62 and you want to do that?
Right.
I'm not allowed to play with Hot Wheels anymore.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you wanted to make it more believable, don't bring wine coolers. Bring like some slot cars
Barbies.
or some like lanyard material.
Yo, kid, I brought my Nintendo Switch and the GameCube controller hookup this time to Smash.
Yeah, but you realize this was 2006, so the Switch was 2 consoles away.
Yo, kid, I brought my GameCube
Yeah.
and Smash.
It's got a handle on it so I can carry it.
Look,
Like a little purse.
It's completely portable.
Beep, 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 beep.
That was the one thing the GameCube had over everybody
That's a
else.
cool 62-year-old.
Yeah, he come in. Okay, so do you remember when what's his name? Not Roddy McDowell, the other McDowell.
Roddy Piper.
The older McDowell.
No idea.
Fuck.
Who that?
He's-
Who the fuck? Okay.
Okay.
Older Ronald McDonald.
Roddy McDowell. I'm not saying McDonald. McDowell. What's his fucking name? He's old. He was in Dune. He's been in a million fucking things.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I cannot think of his name.
Listen, at this point, the joke is gone.
He was in Dune. I saw Dune once and it was terrible.
Oh my fuck. Okay, now, we're
Thanks
putting.
for the critique.
We're gonna put the show on hold while I look up this fucking dude's name. McDowell. Who's the fucking first? Not Roddy. It's got to be. Here it is. Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm
yes.
McDowell.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
He
so
was in Dune.
Yeah.
back to my hilarious joke. So imagine you're Chris Hansen. And Malcolm McDowell comes in dressed as he was in the Lunchables Uploaded commercial. So there he is. Cool guy, leather jacket, hat on sideways. Cool guy, shades.
Hello, fellow teens.
Got the sixer of mics. I swear to God. I don't know. Like, let's say you're Mike from Mike's Hard Lemonade, and you see it
Yes.
brought to literally every potential sexual victim. How does that make you
That's
feel?
my name on the cans.
Like, that's brand recognition number one. So I have to feel like it's a little like it's a blade that cuts
Hi, we're
two
Mike's
ways.
Hard Lemonade. We're not for pedophiles, but we're number one with pedophiles.
Yeah.
So,
I don't like that.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is this old guy. He's an old trucker, and during the interview, the detective's like, so you brought a sixer of Smirnoff after having a gay conversation with a 13-year-old kid, and you were going to give him this booze? And he's like, I don't know. Well, why did you bring it? Like, you're a
I found this on the doorstep.
Yeah, I just like Zimas.
fucking dude's got a dad mustache. He's got a burnt orange trucker hat that says old school, and you brought a couple of vanilla Zimas? Yeah, that seems like your kind of drink, bro. Just up
Vanilla
there.
Zima sounds just terrible.
I deliver Zimas in my truck.
Listen, what I don't understand how all alcohol companies get a pass when they make drinks for children, but they show cause all the Mike's Adult Hard Lemonade commercials where it's like a bunch of dudes hanging out at a party and they're like, hey, it's fun time summer and we're drinking. No.
Fuzzy navel hard lemonade. Awesome.
All of these drinks
bro.
are made exclusively for abuse victims, right?
That's why I drink them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really enjoy those.
I doubt I could eat the amount I want to vomit.
It's kind of
Hey.
like one of the guys, he brings, oh God. And you have to feel, my most embarrassment goes out for the dudes who bring 2 arm bags of stuff. Because imagine going in and seeing Chris Hansen there after wanting to bang a 13-year-old, and you've got enough shit to move in. It's impossible. It is impossible for you to
Go
look
spend the night with my best friend.
You look that man in the eye and say, I had no intention of having sex. And then you've got 40 pounds of dildos in one bag and 30 gallons of lube in the other. And the cops are always like, hey, so what are you going to do with this lube? It says butt stuff right on the back of the label.
It says child safe. Weird.
Yeah. Like, how do you explain away lube?
No, this isn't lubricant. This is ingredients. I was gonna make a nice risotto for my new friend.
Yeah, KY
Side pack
risotto.
for everywhere.
Oh my God. Another one of my favorites. This doesn't happen on the show, but in one of the interrogations, they say, well, we found some KY in your car. What's up with that? And he's like, oh, I just throw it in there every time I leave the house. I, go into the store, throw a tub of KY in just in case. Like,
But it was in a child-sized barrel that was labeled for Bobby.
Yeah. And like the package has a smiling pink bear on the front.
Ugh.
Anyway, guys, moral of the story is I love To Catch a Predator. But beyond that, I'm not going to tell you where to find them because I think if I do, people will and then flag them. But there's one dude out there who's got all of them posted. And
See, and that's the thing is oftentimes, there's a bunch of Mystery Science Theaters you can't get. But there's so many of them on YouTube, but every once in a while I'll go through my history and be like, oh, I'd like to watch that again. It's like, nope, that's been flagged. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go for the search again.
Find a new one.
Since 2008, so the last 12 years of my life have been jumping from site to site as clips get taken down by the hundreds. And it's partially because of all the Chris Hansen stuff that happened that guys don't know about, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen a single episode.
it's crazy. You've got to watch it.
Did you see the outrage on Old White Twitter?
I follow Old White Twitter, so of course I did.
So the other day, Dolly Parton came out. Lovely Dolly Parton came out and said, yeah, I support Black Lives Matter.
I saw
What
that.
do you think? Our little white asses are the only ones that matter?
Yeah.
And all these old white people are like, Dolly.
Like, if Dolly
betrayed
Parton
us.
cannot change your mind and you're one of these crusty old fucks who should be dead, and Dolly Parton herself, like, if Dolly Parton can't do it, then Barbara Streisand is
She's
out.
the nicest fucking woman in the world.
Yeah. And this week they went after Taylor Swift
Oh, yeah.
Why?
because she is also a white person.
First they went after Dolly Parton and I said nothing.
Then they came after Taylor Swift and still not much.
It's
Wasn't
still
it
nothing.
because she said something about the whole
Well,
postal service thing or
Yeah,
something?
she basically, I saw that she came out and was like, hey,
Oh yeah, I did see
vote.
that.
And all the old white people are like, Taylor Swift, don't you tell those kids to vote. They've got a right not to vote.
You're part of the problem.
Everything is fucked, you guys. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about that.
Our civilization is like being ground into powder. However, I do have an interesting story. So, at work, I don't know. So, maybe it's just my curse. Everywhere I work, my office is guess how many feet from the bathroom. Spoiler alert, it's less than 3. And maybe it's just me, because like when a kid at our urgent care goes back into a room and screams his head off, there's at least a little sound dampening. In the bathroom that is right off the hall next to my door, if you dropped a pin into a turd you just dropped onto the floor, I could hear that pin hit that turd.
They're sound amplifying.
I don't so like 4 minutes before we open, one of the employees, the girl who works up front, runs in, takes a speakerphone call, jumps into the can. So I get to hear a shouted Spanish conversation over turd sounds. Why? And here's the thing. I don't understand enough Spanish to know what that man was saying. But if he was not saying, why the fuck am I hearing an echo and turds hitting water? He was asleep at the switch.
Did you know pooping standing up is chic?
What? and just like, oh yeah, but swoosh. Are you talking to me? Like what? If someone, listen to me now. If I call any of you listening right now, like I somehow get your phone number and I call your ass, if you're on the toilet, that is the last time I ever call you. Andy.
What?
He's on the toilet.
I have been on the toilet during this show.
I know, it's weird.
Oh, that's true, you have.
The headphones were very long. Speaking of which, I should take a picture of the headphones that Adam is currently using.
Are they short?
Well, no.
They're busted.
I've had those Turtle Beaches for what, 8 years?
Oh shit, yeah, probably going on
One of
10.
them completely broke, and this other one, like the plastic piece that holds one of the headphone bits, is off.
Yeah.
So we have it electrical taped with a chopstick to kind of splint it in place.
We tried to splint it with chopsticks, but it's not really working.
That's awesome.
Too racist, I imagine.
Oh.
But then I went to go get more headphones, and they don't make them with long cords anymore.
Like people don't have places to go?
Here's what I had to do. Like, so the ones I'm wearing now, like the Turtle Beach ones I had died years ago. So I've got some Skull Candy ones, but these are so old that the fake leather and like padding that is supposed to make you feel nice around the ears is completely disintegrating. So every time we get done recording the show or I use this computer, I have piles of black leatherette dandruff just on my shoulders and falling down. And it's constantly like, I don't know how it, like, 3 days could go by and I could not enter this room and I will still find a fleck fly off my head and float casually onto whatever the fuck I'm eating.
See, I just ordered a new computer chair because the one I have is also 8 years old, and my ass has eaten through the faux leather to the point where it's coming apart, and I can't help but pick at it because it's loose underneath my feet.
Maybe your ass has some sort of deficiency.
There are no deficiencies in my ass.
I don't know, if it's chomping away on this fake leather chair, it must be something it needs.
Yum.
Has some sort of nutritional deficiency. It just eats clay and stuff.
David, speaking of nutritional deficiencies, I've lost 6 pounds.
Oh my god! That's
It's bad.
It's going
Is
to be
it?
nothing left of you.
Right.
well, what are you rocking now?
Well, I went to the doctor and he said, hey, everything's fine except your cholesterol is almost high.
There, listen, before you continue, every time a doctor says you are fine, they are fucking lying. Okay? You're not fine, but go ahead.
Well, now you're scaring me.
Okay, David's a weirdo.
Doctors don't know shit about nutrition, so if they say, hey, everything's fine, but, that but means you are not fine.
Well, it's the cholesterol. So I was like, okay, we'll cut out beef. I'll stop getting fast food. We'll eat chicken, some
crazy.
pork. Yeah, bell peppers and shit.
You gotta keep those carbs high,
Vegetables.
Andy. How else are you gonna get all those starches?
I was like, okay, I'll do this. And I dropped like 2% body fat and 6 pounds in a month.
So, that's good.
No, I'm like 150 pounds.
I'm 130. What?
The person who is 6'2" is supposed to be like 170 something.
What's all this supposed to shit? Here's the thing. When I was healthy and
See what you've
everyone...
done, Andy.
Here we
Here,
go, Andy.
just give
All right.
me a goddamn
Krista,
second
get
here.
the net.
Here's what happened. When I
Chloroform.
was 190 pounds and my head looked like the head of a bulldog and I had a fucking gunt that was almost hanging up like to touch the top of my penis, I was like, that's enough. I dropped 60 pounds and everyone's like, oh my God, it's so dangerous. Here's the thing. I'm still alive, still feeling good. My penis hasn't touched my stomach unintentionally for years.
I was gonna say, it just hasn't.
Only when I want it to now.
I have become concave.
When my penis touches my stomach, it's my choice.
It is by choice.
My body, my choice.
Never the twain shall meet.
Yeah, so sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's time to touch the penis to the old stomach. And I go,
It's time to say hey to the neighbors.
guys, you remember my $1 million ideas?
I remember
All the
some
time.
of them.
That's why you're so wealthy now.
The one I remember most is Moth Wallet.
Yeah, the
Then
moth
there's
wallet.
Bathroom Cougar as
Bathroom
well.
Cougar. I have another one.
All right.
I don't want to blow you guys away, so
I don't want to
buckle
blow
in.
you guys.
Get the checkbook ready, Andy.
I will blow you. So, before I get into that, Andy, would you be okay with giving the green light for a $14 Patreon tier where you look at someone's butthole? I've been rolling this.
Examine it? I'm not a doctor.
I've been rolling this over in my mind. I'm thinking about putting a special star tier where it's a one-time, donation.
$14.
Because you said it. You said for $14 you'd look at a butthole.
Do I get all the money?
Yeah, 100% yours. You have to. You take delivery of the $14 and a JPEG of someone's butthole.
Wallet size, so you can carry it around.
Venmo me that butthole.
Yeah, no, it's a $10 bill, but instead of Hamilton, it's an asshole. And then you get 4 George Washingtons that are also assholes.
My name is Alexander Hamilton's butthole.
Okay, so back to my $1 million idea. Hallmark, if you're listening, was it worth it cards? So instead of, because this asshole did it to himself. So what I want is a nice, maybe like embossed, like a little happy fellow on a ventilator. His eyes are closed and there's a little cloud or whatever. And then you open it up and you see the real thing where like a dude is actually on a ventilator and they're cleaning his blood and shit. And then above it in like gold calligraphy, it says, "Was it worth it, asshole?" Fucking pull your heads out of your asses.
There are a lot of, David, we have a water park down the street.
Nice.
And there are people just at that water park 24/7.
Dude,
Perfect.
Yeah.
you can't. Here's the thing. As soon as you stop Carrie and learn to love extinction, you will be so much happier.
Set yourself free.
If you can just really get into that headspace, if you and everyone you know and everything you could possibly imagine being wiped out in the blink of an eye, whew,
Yeah, then this could be the best summer ever.
best summer ever.
It took us, 4 months to finally be like, okay, guys, I think we might be able to meet in the same house 6 feet apart.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's the thing. There are very few people nowadays that I trust enough to welcome into my personal space. And it's all people who are, they were already nuts beforehand, but now they're like, virus. So that's where the crazy people come in. Because if they were crazy beforehand and now they're extra crazy to stay away from it, those people are the ones you keep. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, fucking, oh my God. So I love downtowns. I'm always in downtown Mesa and downtown Gilbert. Downtown Gilbert is by far the more hopping of the two places. And I won't even get out of the car because I'm like, this is fucked. I will drive slowly down the street and see people just laughing and joking, spitting into each other's mouths back and forth across the table.
Just like we used to do.
Just really rim jobbing their glass before they give it to someone to drink out of.
It's a
holy.
weird town.
Yeah, it's
David, I had a
bohemian.
lady yesterday that she was like, I need you to come cancel this. I was like, pull up your mask. And she looked at me like I had shot her dog and then made a big show of bleh, and pulled it up like, okay, you can come do it now. Like, okay, yeah, I will now.
Shouldn't that have been up the whole fucking time?
Yeah, but we can't enforce any of it because people are afraid that we're going to get shot.
Whatever. Here's the thing. Maybe we should I don't know what you can't. There's nothing you can do. So fuck it. Forget about it. Nothing you can do. Move on with your life. Just either die when you get sick or whatever. But there's literally nothing you can do.
Good day,
Lock yourself
sir.
in the house. Start playing Monster Hunter. Risk of Rain.
Play Monster Hunter. So let's talk about Monster Hunter.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 2 episodes in a row.
Playing Monster Hunter. Now, here's the foolish thought that I had. I thought, oh boy, I'm going to get on Xbox Live. Then, when I got 3 other assholes with insanely large, sharp, and or blunt weapons, these monsters will go down neat as you please. Since I have started inviting assholes from the internet into my game, I have not killed a single monster.
Oh, see, we don't have that problem. We play on PC with each other.
Yeah, that's where all the cool kids hang out.
Well,
Although, when they introduced that expansion, Iceborne, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, look, a cute cat. Ah!
yeah, okay, so I'm just kind of bummed that I don't want. Here's the thing. I love jungles. I love, whatever. Give me a desert. Give me a jungle. Give me a grassland. I do not like ice-themed shit.
I agree. I also do not like any like swimming level in any video game. I was just like, okay, this is just
once they got rid of the swimming stuff from Monster Hunter 3?
Yeah, Monster Hunter Try.
It was a much better game after that.
It's just like, because and here's the thing. So I went through the first part of the game before Iceborne, and just like out of nowhere, I was like doing missions, and then my handler's like, hey, good job, you beat the game. Here's 90 minutes of credits. So
that's all games.
But why? So here's the thing. Let's say you buy it on Xbox. Just put the Xbox credits on there. Let's say it's in English. Just put the English credits on there. I don't need the Steam credits. Who did it in German? Who did it in Brazil? Who did it in fucking...
All those people worked on the game, David.
Show
it's a
them!
good idea, though. Like, focus your credits some.
Yeah. Let's say, okay, check it, dudes. We have access over literally all the data we put on this disc because we fucking made it. This is an Xbox disc going to an American boy. So let's just cut the Xbox and the American boy stuff into that shit.
I guarantee you that if David was on those credits, he'd be like, hey, what the fuck? They cut me out.
Don't skip my credits.
I'm an American boy. Well, but that's the thing. If I'm an American boy here in America and I am getting my name read by somebody in Germany, I give 0 fucks.
Oh, you definitely give the fuck.
Somebody get me a German. Andy, you better find me a German right now, or I swear.
Oh yeah, here I am.
There he is. Andy had to step out for a sec.
No, it's just a little German boy here now. It's me, I'm Klaus.
Well, that's a very little German boy. I can tell by the voice. Where are your parents? How did they lose track of you?
They're still in Germany.
Just me, the little German boy.
Love chocolate.
A young lad of only 6'2", I see.
Strapping lad.
I'm also 400 pounds.
I know how to raise them in Germany.
The fine German weight.
They fed me chocolate and made me sumo wrestler in America. Not a very good career.
What did you want to ask him, David?
What did I want to ask him? Something about my name in German. You don't give... Shut up!
I loved it. I saw it on the credits.
It's the best part of the credits.
Here I go, leaving.
Andy's back.
Roll.
If I'm... What the hell is rolling? Watch
He's
out.
400 pounds, 6'2". What the fuck do you think he's walking?
I don't know. I got afraid for Adam because I thought
capable, Andy.
I got afraid for Adam because I thought I heard one of those boulders from Indiana Jones coming this way.
I gotta go, bye.
So what's new with you guys? Like, I've obviously got plenty of stuff to complain about, but what's happening in Reno, man?
Well, it's smoky as shit here right now.
Yeah, it smells like a lovely smokehouse barbecue.
Yeah, there's ash falling on us from outside.
What?
That's not a lie. There's ash falling from the sky.
How is it getting into your house? Does it have the key?
Well, not outside, I said.
You said from outside. I'm scared.
On outside, in outside, whatever.
On outside.
This happens every summer now, and people are still like, yep, no way to prevent this. Like, what about the global warming stuff? Like, that doesn't exist. The world's on fire.
You cannot stop hillbillies in the Southwest from starting fires. There's nothing you can do.
We had no fires last year. We did really good last year.
My God.
And
we fucking
this year I've been evacuated once already.
we have them all the fucking time. So much so that on like the maybe you guys have these, maybe you don't, but they put those like fake billboards for like accident ahead or whatever.
No.
Okay, so here in Arizona we have these big, like placards that go across the whole freeway that'll say silver alert, amber alert, and give you all the pertinent. Okay,
Those things like
It's
ADOT does
the
it.
text signs that they can change.
yeah. So America, Arizona,
America.
I didn't know those were fake.
Well, what do you mean? Well, they're not fake.
You said they're fake.
What? Who said fake?
You did.
You did.
No, like not they're not like movie marquees. They're fake movie, whatever. God damn it! Listen, here's the thing: Arizonans are so fucking stupid that the thing that reads more often than not on those things during the summer is like, "Hey guys, towing chains behind your car causes sparks, so maybe knock that off."
Why are they towing chains
People are
behind there?
stupid.
Because here in Arizona, I don't know.
Because they just got wed.
But those are cans.
Dangle.
Oh, here's another thing that, listen, I'm not going to be against the principle of shoving stickers and stupid shit all over your car. What I am going to be against is if you own a truck and you're one of those people who's, okay, why? So the only people who buy big trucks are dudes who have small wieners but cannot come to grips with the fact that only guys with small wieners buy big trucks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you're going to go out and buy this gigantic, penis allegory that's 19 feet off the ground or whatever, and then you want to go ahead and put your, anti-libs owning bumper sticker, don't put it at the bottom of your rear windshield. So all I can see is how to own a liberal ... And then the second half is completely cut off.
So David, I have a great car sticker story for you.
Does it tell me how to own liberals?
No, but it's better.
All right.
So Alex and I went to the Target, and as we're coming out, Alex stops for a second, looks at this bumper, and goes, "Wow!" And I turn around, and it's got 2 stickers. One is Trump 2020.
Of course.
So far, great bumper.
The other sticker said, "Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are born N-words."
Wow.
But it didn't say N-words.
Oh, boy.
So I walked. Alex goes, "You should go look at that," and she continues to walk towards the car. Our car was like 2 away. She starts putting the groceries in there. I walk over there and I start cackling. And I said, "God, that is so racist!" And I turn to my left, and there's an old guy in a cowboy hat who has his keys out, headed towards that car.
Oh no!
Who makes a sudden left turn and hides behind another SUV.
No.
No.
That was the perfect time for MAGA.
So Alex and I got in the car, and I slowly backed out and rotated around the thing. The guy saw we were gone, ran to his car, which was the racist one, and drove off. And I was like, "Oh my God, he couldn't even stand behind his racist ass shit."
Oh, no, of course not. I think it would be funnier if as you were driving around, you just saw like a cowboy hat poking out of a bush. And like the very ends of a long mustache poking out the either side. But yeah, that's the thing. You never see one of those bumper, like, here's the thing. You'll never see a bumper sticker. I don't give a fuck what it is. No matter what party, no matter whatever it is. If you look at that sticker, me personally, can tell you exactly how that person behind the wheel looks before I even see them.
Yeah.
Like a
amazing.
bitch. It's a talent I've been honing for years, Adam, and you can too.
If you buy my book.
But it's so easy. Like if you see right-wing stickers, like there's an 80% chance of a handlebar mustache. There's a 70% chance of like a long hair but balding up front.
Or like you got the I had one last night at my store where this woman, I'm going to say she was 4'8",
Nice.
with her old person white hair going out to the sides like she'd just been electrocuted.
Maybe she's just very shocked by
Who walked up to me, who I was in charge, but I pretended I wasn't. Who walked up to me and said, "You better tell that little Mexican at the end that she ought to be cleaning pin pads instead of playing with her hair."
Ooh.
Ma'am, we're all one nation, first of all.
And then she looked at me and I said, "Alrighty." And she just stared at me for a second and then walked out going, "Nobody is here," like incomprehensible screaming.
Jeez.
I get it. It's hard to find someone to commiserate on your racism when you need them. Like, unless you're at a Republican rally, there's a coin flip whether or not you're going to find another racist next to you.
I know, right?
Why can't we
Hey,
all
guys.
just... What?
Did you know that the car from Back to the Future, if you put truck nuts on it, it's in Star Wars?
You told me this already.
Is this a joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you put truck nuts on the car from Back to the Future, it becomes a Mandalorian.
Nah.
All right, well, that's our time.
I'm getting a flashing light from off stage here. It seems like we've got
A big cane is coming from off stage.
Oh, man. I wish I could get out and do more things to, like, experience and feedback. Like, if you want to hear the experience, I have a plethora of stories about. Have you ever stuck your thumb in someone else's shit?
No.
Yes.
If you're a parent, the answer is yes, 100%. And
I was the janitor.
if you're Andy, it's also 100%.
Andy was a parent to hundreds.
Which at work, all of the people who are supposed to clean up the bathrooms are like, "There's like a clogged toilet." I'm like, "Give me that fucking thing."
You never ever in your life think, "I'm going to have a favorite type of shit." But when you have a kid, it quickly becomes rabbit shit. Like, as soon as you move past, like, mustard and minestrone, you get into the hilarious little poop balls that are honestly, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, are a 10 as far as shit is concerned. Now,
Good fun.
every once in a while, since the size is not guaranteed, you'll have like a grab bag of like anything from like the size of like your thumb to like the size of your pinky nail. And my son has an incredible knack of getting like 2 small turds under his dick, so it looks like his dick has a turd mustache. And then what he'll do,
Truly gifted.
what he'll do is, like, you know, every kid, bar none, as soon as you get that diaper off, their hands are on their junk, dudes. So
This is being played in a therapist's office 16 years from now.
But so here's, you know, whatever. Like with my nephew, when you took his diaper off, he would grab his joint and pull it to his chin.
Yoink.
My son, his deal is like, I think he might be a musician, and here's how I can tell. Soon as his dick hits the naked air, both hands are down at it, and he's strumming that thing like a banjo. Ding, 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 and it's hopping around like it's...
Hi, I'm Steve Martin, and here.
It's almost like, oh gosh. So, you know, like one of those wacky waving inflatable tube men?
Yes.
It's tiny, and that's right in between his legs, and he's flipping the shit out of it. So, but then the thing is, so you have to be incredibly quick. So what you do is you have to get the diaper off, knock the turds from off of his balls before he can grab them. Take that load of turds.
He gets a hold of those, it's all over.
Take that hold of the turds, throw it in the thing, and then you have to get to your son's hands before he rubs them ever so delicately under his balls and dick, and then sticks them directly into his mouth. Like, you know
Fecal
how...
oral route is a closed system.
Yeah. Like, you know how when you run your finger over a mantle place, dusty. He does that not over a mantle, but under his dick, and then...
Let's see how the housekeeping is doing here.
You should see the tiny white gloves he has. It's actually really incredible.
They're very cute, and we don't know where they come from.
Yeah, but he'll slip them on every time, and he's like, nope, got turd on this taint.
May as well taste it while I'm here.
Yeah, having a kid is like, it's like having a monkey. Like, imagine one day you come home and there's a chimp in your house who isn't strong enough to rip your face and genitals off. That is having a kid.
Like a spider monkey.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even I bet if they got a hold of your crank, they could probably rip it off. I do not think, even with both of my son's hands, like both arms fully engaged, he could not rip my dork off.
Strong adrenaline from the child.
Yeah, like you could see, like here, you know how in like the strongest man in the world competitions, you'll see this tight little ball of muscle with a harness on it pulling a semi truck up a hill.
Sure.
That would be him, but the rope is tied to my dong and he's making no progress.
Do we need to call some sort of like protective services?
Is there
to your
some
house?
sort of Sisyphusian thing you make your child do with your dick and some rope?
I'm just saying he's not very strong compared to a primate.
Sure. I mean, there was no contest. I don't think anybody was disputing that.
Maybe a marmoset.
An a bush baby, maybe.
Something small with big eyes.
I'll even take a lemur. They're not technically apes.
Oh my god. So here's another thing you won't ever get to see is someone standing and shitting. Because he'll come out of his room, hands full of whatever toy or whatever. He'll look you dead in the eye and go,
His face gets all red.
and just stare directly into your eyes as shit leaves his asshole.
That's a power move.
Take care of this.
Him and the dogs, they both love doing that. They cannot, if they don't have eye contact when they shit, they will not shit.
Maybe that is a dog thing. Where
It
it's
is.
like, please watch me while I shit because predators might be coming.
Make sure a wolf isn't sneaking up on me.
It's also a child thing, because yesterday I refused to give my son eye contact. He didn't shit all day.
It's true.
He was just like, huh, now? And I'm like, no. Denied.
I refuse.
Oh.
Maybe that means potty training will be easier. You just avoid eye contact all day and then give him intense eye contact on the toilet.
There you go.
Or, boom, googly eyes on the toilet.
Just
yeah,
paste
so
it on the wall right in front
So
of
it's
him.
like it's like that scene from Look Who's Talking 2.
Sure. Give him nightmares.
Where the toilet is
that was
demanding to eat pee-pee.
That wasn't, he also wanted poo-poo. That was an evil toilet.
That was an evil toilet.
No, what I'll do is I'll just put like a glossy headshot 8x10 of me, like eye width level for him right across the toilet on the wall.
Do that Jeff Goldblum picture.
Or even, so I'll do that pose, or like I'll do that thing where like my chin is maybe like a glamour shot where my chin is resting on one clenched fist, and like I'm on a downy rug of like polar bear hide. Just because I got to do this doesn't mean I can't throw some artistic flourish into
The
it.
photo is well edited, but in Comic Sans it says pooping
Right across the bottom.
with no bezel.
No bezel. It just says pooping.
Look, David, if God had wanted us to have masks, he would have evolved us one.
He turned these fishes.
I saw that the other day.
Say what?
Really?
A lady claiming in like a school district meeting, she's like, if God wanted masks, he would have evolved us one. His breathing system is perfect.
Evolved us one?
That's what she said.
So, like, skin would have covered up our nose and mouth? And
Yeah,
we would have
kind of
died?
like in The Matrix is what I imagined.
And also, you guys don't believe in evolution? Like,
David, these people don't make any sense. Like the lady who says, there was a lady in Florida that says, I don't believe in masks because I like to breathe. That's also why I don't wear underwear.
Listen,
she said this at a city council
gross.
meeting.
Because it's got to breathe down
it's like
there.
my asshole needs wind whipping in and out of that thing all the fucking time. Here's the thing. Like, if you're one of these assholes who's like, oh, it's so hard to breathe with a mask. Number one, you're a pussy, you're a liar, so whatever. But if you were going in to get surgery and your doctor was like, hey, man, foregoing the mask this time because I'm like, I can't breathe. Would you be okay with that?
I would probably be out already.
They would obviously tell you before.
But no, I wouldn't be okay with it.
They're not going to wait until you're asleep, and then he like whispers into your ear. He's like, hey, buddy, now that you're comfy cozy out, I'm going to go ahead and take off this mask. And then he coughs right up your nose. Blah.
I'm going to get I have a vasectomy scheduled for October 22nd.
You're going to say no masks?
No, I'm going to say no mask. Cough on my balls.
Are they going to give you a little ball mask?
No, but you do have to buy a jock strap.
Let me ask you this.
Which is a ball mask.
So have they told you how they are going to vasectomize you?
Vasectomy.
It's local anesthetic, and then I don't know whether or not they're doing the one where it's plugging the tubes with the stuff or cutting the tube and tying it.
Here's the thing. I don't understand. So they're not saying, hey, we're stopping your balls from creating semen. We're just making that road a dead end.
Yeah.
How does that work? Where does all the sperm go?
That's what I've always wondered.
Like,
My balls are just going to grow and grow until
that's the
they
thing.
pop.
Like, I get, like, whatever, if you can take that piping and reroute it over to the bladder and you just piss it out or whatever. Great, fine.
What?
Well, I think they, like any other cell, I think they just kind of get old and die
I think
and
it just
get
dies.
reabsorbed.
But then you just got a bunch of rotten dead sperm in your dick?
No, the body has processes for getting rid of old dead things.
But it just seems bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Oh, David, I just realized we have to do my bit, and I don't have a theme song.
What kind of bit is it?
Well, we could not do Creeping on... Sorry, guys. Creeping on Craigslist is dead.
Yeah,
It's
Craigslist
officially
died.
dead.
Krista, what do we got for theme songs that'll fit a not creeping on Craigslist? Tons of songs.
Just go ahead and cue that one up real quick.
Just get it all queued up, spin it up.
Yeah, give us a not creeping. Actually, give me the creeping one because I keep on trying to remember the middle of it.
45 RPM.
And go.
And
You really want it?
here we... no, let's sit here in silence for a minute. Okay, here we go. This one?
This is fine.
This isn't even the
this is a-
Goosebumps one. It doesn't
This is
have...
appropriate.
Don't torture me! Why are you
Yeah, I like that
trying
one.
to kill my soul? There, at least I did fucking half of it. Andy, what do you got for us?
So while Craigslist is dead, Reddit is still alive.
Very much so.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of this subreddit, David. It's called Am I the Asshole?
I've heard of plenty of subreddits, but not that one.
It's where people go and they tell stories about something that happened to them. They go, hey, people are calling me an asshole now. Am I one?
If you're not self-aware enough, yes, you are.
Not
I've-
always the case on the
I've got
subreddit.
some choice. Am I the assholes?
Do it.
Some of them had already been decided on, but I want your opinion. So, am I the asshole for going off on my sister when she criticized me for having a baby out of infidelity? I have a 2-year-old baby girl who is my life right now.
Okay.
She was conceived out of wedlock, and I had an affair with my then fiance.
Nice. So yeah, this guy's an asshole.
I got the girl pregnant and kept this secret until a few weeks before my daughter was born.
And this guy's in the dark about his situation?
Well, one second.
I need clarification.
Once she found out, my then fiance dumped me, of course.
Duh.
I was going through some things at the time, so the girl I cheated with wasn't much of a class act. She ended up in jail about 7 months later and will be there for a very long time for child endangerment and cocaine possession.
Perfect.
What the fuck?
Luckily, my daughter is only in my hands now.
Yeah, luckily, thank God. And that's
My
safe
daughter
haven.
being a result of my sleeping around is kind of like the elephant in the room.
Kinda?
Most of us never talk about it because, frankly, it's embarrassing for me, and I'm not sure if I ever want her to know how she was made.
Hey, man, remember that time you fucked that girl and she was on coke and you knocked her up and then there she is. Oh, there's your... Oops.
Not in front of the camera.
I say most people because my big sister loves to bring up how awful I am.
She's probably right.
She got divorced from her high school sweetheart 5 years ago because he cheated on her multiple times.
Okay, so
That's not
reasonable.
her fault.
not pertinent.
She's bitter and is now taking it out on me and my daughter.
Listen,
What a bitch.
Listen, I get that everybody is a special, unique rainbow that shoots out of a butterfly's asshole over a field of buttercups. But you can't make these shitty decisions and just not, like, I get it. Like, whatever. You want to have a kid out of wedlock, whatever. But when
Yeah,
you
you
add
made a
in...
shitty choice.
Yeah, but when you add in, like, oh, she's actually out of wedlock because I was cheating on somebody and they were on cocaine and now they're God knows fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've banged my serving of 4s and 5s. But how many kids did I have with them?
I didn't know we had like an allotment.
Do we have servings? Over calories?
Every year you got to allow yourself at least 2 or 3 4 or 5s.
Oh.
I'm counting my cholesterol, so 4s and 5s might be too fat. If 2 Sundays ago, we had a family dinner with her kids, my daughter, our parents, and our young sister. He doesn't mention this, but his girlfriend is there too, because this guy's a bad writer. I think he might be slightly off.
Okay.
No, this guy, come on.
He's got all his stuff together.
This guy's
Before dinner, we were chilling in our living room after talking for a while
just chilling.
about how we wanted our kids to grow up, and she said, well, I hope your daughter grows up more like your girlfriend than her mommy or daddy.
Oh. Ouch.
I asked her what was wrong with me, and she said that my daughter was going to have tons of men that want her someday.
Ugh.
Gross.
So she needs to learn not to run around on her partners, and obviously, I can't teach her that.
That's also true. Here's my new ruling. I'm going to make several judgments as judge of this show as we go along. My new ruling, where's my goddamn gavel? Hold on.
Gavel, gavel.
I declare this whole family white trash assholes. Thank you.
I was offended, but I let this slide because she says stupid things like this a lot. I would
What a
stop
bitch.
inviting my sister to family dinner.
Right?
Or just, like, not be white trash. They can't help but keep shit to themselves.
Also, just because he cheated doesn't mean he can't teach somebody not to cheat.
We're going to reach a point here, Adam.
He's still doing it.
When we finally sat down to eat, she was still cracking jokes at my expense.
Right.
The final straw was when she told my girlfriend that if we got engaged, she'd better get ready for another baby because Mr. Man-whore over there might want to slip into another druggie behind another fiance's back.
Well,
Legitimate.
that's uncalled for.
I was incredibly pissed off. Uh-huh. My girlfriend hates hearing about this, and I don't like her having to think about how much I messed up 2 years ago.
Totally ruined Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Every time I look over at my daughter, I'm like, great, there's another reminder of that crack whore I banged.
It also feels like it implies that I am ashamed to have my daughter from the situation, which I am not. I told her she needed to stop acting like a bitch.
That's probably true. But he's a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like she is being a bitch.
True.
She told me she would if I learned to keep it in my pants.
But has he been... Okay, yeah, keep going.
This escalated into yelling fight over dinner. Eventually, I got fed up with this and decided to leave with my party. Which
No, you're the bitch. Pass the mashed potatoes.
Taking the party with me, bitch!
I'm bringing this 40 of cinnamon whiskey. Fireball.
Fireball!
That's it.
While getting up, my mom told me I was acting immature and needed to start thinking like an adult and not argue with my sister.
But if the sister's being a bitch... Like, but, okay, keep going.
This set me off even more, and I left without saying a word to my family. Since that night, I've gotten calls and messages saying I need to give an apology, and I have refused every time.
Listen, there's no right answer here. This guy's an asshole. His family are assholes. Here's what you do with asshole family members. You cut them out as soon as possible.
Yes.
Like, I can't tell you how many toxic people I have in my family, and I would love to rail on them 24/7, maybe on this show, but I realize that would be a dumb idea. Instead, I just never see them again. They live in their white trash wonderland, and I get to live in my house. Problem solved. Problem solved.
Blah, blah, blah. My girlfriend says I reacted too harshly, but she understood where I came from.
But
I haven't talked to my sister since.
But
Am I the asshole? Now wait, there's an edit to the post.
Okay.
Okay, I left this out.
Great.
All right.
Okay, here we. I am still banging tons of chicks.
But at a point in my life, before me and my current girlfriend got together, I may have been a serial cheater.
May have.
I have cheated on every other girlfriend or partner I've ever been with, except my girlfriend at least once.
So, yeah, everybody involved are assholes.
So I chose ones with that already had verdicts. There's you're the asshole, not the asshole, or everyone here sucks.
Everyone here sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
This wasn't everyone here sucks.
This is a straight up Spaceballs ludicrous speed level of assholes.
Sure. I have a 100% track record of cheating on everyone.
I'll give you one more.
Here's my question. Why share this?
Because these people think that they're in the right completely.
Yeah, they want to be validated for their
David, I
actions.
read one of these where a lady said that her stepson face palmed her. Like he did one of those like, ugh.
Nice.
Okay.
So she canceled his birthday. Now the thing is, she also holds her daughter's birthday on his birthday because otherwise her daughter gets jealous. So she canceled his birthday and allowed her daughter to have her birthday on his birthday.
Her not birthday?
Her fake birth. So, okay, this is a
And then
big...
she's like, am I an asshole? I was like, yeah, the kid like face palmed you. He's a teenager.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They all do that.
No. Fucking, okay, the kid's an asshole, the mom's an asshole. If you can't separate your kids' birthdays because you can't be like, well, you were born on a different day, you're a fucking asshole too,
Yeah,
bitch.
the daughter is also an asshole.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The facepalm thing, asshole move. But being like,
He's a teenager. I can see David doing it right now.
Yeah.
would let me make this crystal clear.
Comes a sweeping declaration.
I would never lift a hand to a family member and
No,
strike them.
David, facepalm was putting your hand in your face.
No, he put his own hand over his own face in exasperation.
Oh,
That's what facepalming is, David.
well, okay. So here's the thing. If I were going to facepalm somebody, if I'm going to use that verb in my vernacular, what I'm going to do is put my hand over Krista's face and give it a hard push.
See,
No, that would
that's
be
kind of what I
shoving.
pictured, but I had also Andy pantomiming the whole thing.
Oh, see, I didn't have
You
the
guys don't know what
pantomime.
facepalming is? Get the net.
Well, say he was Picarding it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's called facepalming.
No, I get you. I'm on the same page.
All right.
But when you first said it, I pictured him putting his hand on her face.
Right. So in this case, the mom is the asshole twice,
And the daughter once.
and the daughter once.
Well, and the daughter once every year.
Listen, we're
Once every year. Give me presents.
give me your goddamn punch card, asshole. It's two
Okay,
asshole
here's the
punches.
second one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for refusing to downsize / share my wedding because my stepsister can't afford to have her dream wedding?
Yes. No.
Me, 26 female, and my stepsister,
Sisyphus.
28 female, are both engaged and are in the planning stage for our respective weddings.
Hold up. Just so I have the relationship clear. This is a bitch and her stepsister.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
My mom and stepdad recently invited us both for dinner, and we were discussing our plans.
Sure, why not?
My stepsister immediately started talking about how she was being forced to have a small wedding of 30 to 60 people.
Sounds pleasant.
Forced by who? Your budget? That's not forced.
Yeah.
Money is forcing me.
Because now here's the fun starting part. Because her fiance didn't have the money to fund the type of wedding she wanted.
Yeah, you don't get things that you can't afford. This is a very simple concept.
Says she's always been vocal about having a lavish wedding. I find that people who are like, when I get married, it's going to be like a princess, are the most insufferable thing.
No shit.
Lowered expectations.
Like if
Some
you-
of the things she was saying were pretty snarky, but I chose to stay quiet because it wasn't really my business.
Listen, let me just throw my 2 cents in here. If you're one of those type of people who's going to throw 10 years or whatever of your life behind this one day, I don't give a fuck if it's a wedding or a party, whatever it is. If you're like, I've been preparing for this, you mean you threw away 10 years of your life on one afternoon?
Yeah. Why not, David? I'm the princess.
That does not sound smart.
Princess Andy.
I am a princess.
Princess Andy.
My mom pointed out that how she and my stepdad had a small wedding and that it wasn't about how many people were there, but that everyone you invited made the day more special.
Sure.
Yeah, like
All right, so right off the bat, Mom, not the asshole.
that's the thing. Like the thing about all these big ass, like I want to get a bunch of people. I had people that I knew at my wedding and people I didn't know. And the people I didn't know who were there, I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
No, David, that happened with one person at my wedding. Like, one of my wife's mom's friends had heard about it and was like, why didn't they invite me?
And like,
Who are you?
Like, weddings are number one, the least fun thing to be involved in, whether you're a guest or a participant.
The best part about weddings are the food.
And even then, like, I could go and eat someplace nice without seeing assholes I'm related to.
That's true.
My stepsister made a sarcastic comment about how that was their second wedding and she wasn't planning to have a do-over, so it had to be perfect.
Whoa. So what?
I mean, she's going to get a do-over based on how she's behaving right now.
Yeah.
That's
Foundation is already crumbling.
My mom, who was obviously hurt by the comment, changed the topic by asking me to show her the Pinterest board I'd made for the wedding.
goddamn Pinterest. I tell you that. Pinterest, here's the thing about Pinterest. It's like,
First, they make you log in.
and then you can pin stuff that are just pictures of shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, remember
Scrapbooking.
when you used to make a collage? Now you can have it with you all the time.
Oh, I'm in collage
Finally.
right now.
Man, I can't. I had to make several wallet-sized collages because I was going places and people were like, "Do you got a collage?" And I'm like, "No, of course not. This isn't the third grade." And they said, "Pinterest, stupid."
There aren't many pictures on it yet, but it includes a few photos of what I hope to be our wedding venue.
This one's Shrek in a wedding dress.
I hope to get married under there. My stepsister immediately asked why we needed such a big venue, how it was going to be so expensive, and how we probably didn't have enough family or friends to fill it up.
What the fuck?
She says it's not even that big of a venue. We're planning to have a 50 to 150 guests, which that's a big range.
Sure.
Well, and like, that's another thing I love about bitches. Bitches be snarky.
Tell me about bitches, David.
Bitches will, like, here's the thing about bitches. I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about bitches.
No, sure, I got you.
Bitches will be like, hey man, you got that shit? Pff, I'm a bitch and I want a better one.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole experience of being a bitch.
Wow.
I tried to be vague, and I said I just liked the picture, but my stepsister kept probing me about how much it would cost to rent. Eventually, I told her, which then led her to asking how much our budget was. I could see this was going to turn into a fight, or her sulking, so I refused to answer, and I told her I wasn't sure yet.
So,
It turns out she asked my sister, who was helping me work out my budget a few days later, if she knew how much my budget was going to be. My sister told her.
bitch. What? Who cares?
My stepsister has now been complaining to our parents that it wasn't fair that I had so much money when she and her fiancé didn't even have half of it, and that I had to downsize my wedding, otherwise I would embarrass her.
Oh my
Listen
god.
up, bitch. Oh my god. I would. Here's the thing. I spend my life in envy of people getting treated like this because I want to be put in their shoes so I can yell at the bitch being a bitch to the bitch in this fucking article. Fuck.
I knew this whole thing would get taken.
I want just once. Get me someone who has whatever problem with a shitty family member. I will commission a mask to look like your face. I will put it on and I will give them the bitch out riot because someone needs to do it and you fuckers aren't. That's why you need me.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Where was I? She's demanding that I either downsize or that we share the wedding with her and her fiancé getting married, with her and her fiancé getting married in the morning and us in the evening.
And then afterwards, we could fuck on bunk beds.
How about this? You're not invited anymore, so you don't have to worry about it.
Swish.
I can't do this because my fiancé and his family are going to fund most of the wedding, and whilst we have a budget of X, I'm hoping we don't spend even close to it.
Hey, and P.S., they don't want to spend their money on some other cunt who wants to jump on my
right?
fucking bridal train.
Are you ready? This is the best part.
Oh, God.
I explained to her we weren't going to even spend our full budget, and she thinks I'm now obliged
To
to
give that
give
money to her.
whatever we don't use to her.
Get me.
Not our money.
Find me this woman's phone number. I want to call. How old is this? First of all, it might be too late.
She's this post is 22 hours old.
Ooh.
Get me in contact with this woman. I need to speak to her stepsister. I swear to God.
She and her fiance have been sending me texts daily demanding that I give them money.
Are you fucking kidding me? And what are the fucking parents doing? Like, this is how...
That's the next sentence. I just read ahead a little bit.
Even my stepdad has suggested / demanded I give her the money as it's not fair and has been really cold towards me since whenever I visited since.
Guess what? That's how money works.
Am I the asshole?
This is exactly how I would handle this situation. Vistaprint. This is not a sponsored podcast, but Vistaprint will make you 500 business cards for $10. What you can do is put literally whatever the fuck you want on them. So what I suggest is, on the front, a nice, like, classically rendered, maybe something from marble, I don't know, maybe an artist commission, just a nice big middle finger that says, fuck, and under it says you in those nice curvy letters. Then when you spin it over, it's just a nice glossy close-up of my ass, and it'll say, kiss it, right above. And I would
so
say,
shiny.
See you later. Yeah, that costs extra.
Embossed.
Yeah. You want a clean, crisp, glossy asshole. That'll probably bump up the order like $20, but still, just hand him out like a deck of playing cards and be like, peace out, bitch, going to get married.
So she's not the asshole then?
No!
Definitely not.
Why is
See,
it?
half the people are coming here because their family are crazy, and the other people come here because they are crazy?
This is 100. This is going to be 100% one thing or another. It's going to be the people who are gaslighting people or the people getting
That's exactly what I
gaslit.
was going to say, is they're being gaslit by everyone around them.
Oh, David, you're going to love... Like, I have more, but that's for next week.
Here's the thing about gaslighting, is I cannot believe how many people fucking fall for it.
We were talking about gaslighting today.
And P.S. I fell for it too, but here's some advice for all you FFOP brains out there.
Oh.
Yeah, I just made that up. I was about to say FFOP heads, but not good enough. FFOP brains. FFOP-nesses. What you got to do is, if
We'll workshop.
guys, answer in the comments, click like or subscribe. If someone is telling you reality as you know it is different than you know it, that is gaslighting. Burn that bridge.
Burn it down.
This may be subject to change, but the thing I hate most in the world are fucking assholes who will gaslight people.
Oh, you must love the president.
Oh, yeah, he's my favorite dude. I got a trading card with him. It shows how many times an hour he shits his diaper on his stats in the back. Here's the thing. Okay, hold on. I got to talk about something really quick.
Andy, what have you done?
So
I don't know. It was time for the show to end.
do you
I
guys-
said something.
just really quick, do you guys remember Marvel Universe cards?
I was just
Yes.
thinking about that the other day.
I was jealous of my friends because their mom always used to go and buy that. Like, she was a compulsive gambler.
Oh my God.
And at the, like, she would get credit for restaurants and, like, the gift shop. And at the gift shop, they had the Marvel Universe trading cards. So she'd buy them packs and packs of them.
Oh, that's awesome. But
And they
sad.
had full complete sets. I was like, what the fuck? And then every once in a while, like, she'd go and get us all a steak dinner because she's like, yep, I'm gambling it all away again, but free steak.
Here's what I don't understand why every card. Well, I guess I can understand why. So whatever. So like the Marvel Universe, I have the entire 1993 set put out by Ulta. I've got all the cards, all the foils, and all the prisms.
What about Carnage? Is he in there?
I do have Carnage. I've got the,
Damn.
I literally am sitting next to the binder with all of my cards in it. Moral of the story is, when you turn those babies over, nothing is more fulfilling to you as a child than to see those stats.
Yeah, like the power levels.
Power level, fighting ability, intelligence, all of that.
And it's all wrong.
It's not only is it all wrong, which is fine, but they're the only ones who ever did it. Like when I go to, like, then you got, like, I bought all the Marvel Universe ones 1993. Now I'm going to take it up a notch to the classy ass cards, the Marvel Masterpieces.
Masterpiece?
All of those are done by,
sounds better.
They're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They are a beautiful collection of cards. Each one is done by a different artist. They're all stellar. I have the whole set of those and all the alternates and all the graphics too. But you take the time to make those beautiful cards. The Wasp, the card for the Wasp gives me a boner to this day.
Involuntarily.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say the Dark Phoenix doesn't give me, to this day, a little chub. But when you flip those bitches over, when you want to see kind, friendly stats, you see some bullshit. It's just
Oh yeah, there's the wasp. She's on a bunch of roses.
yeah, but when you turn those cards over, it's just like less than a paragraph. It's like, oh, the wasp was married to fucking Hank Pym. The end.
He abused her terribly. Oh wait, this is a children's card.
It's not good. If you're going to have characters on cards, give me their fucking stats, please, and thank you. Not that
If you
I'm
buy Magic cards, all the cards have stats.
It's true.
not that kind of nerd. My cards you look at. I'm not going to throw them around the table like there's some fucking dirty dishes.
David, I priced out one of my I was going through. I was sorting a bunch of my Magic cards, and I was like, "Wow, this looks like it's expensive." Oh, it is. You take them down to the store pre-COVID, of course,
Right.
and you trade them in for store credit, which could only be used on more cards. So I was getting all these buck nasty decks.
I'm surprised. Well, no, because I guess not. Because I would have thought that it would be like a Beanie Baby thing. Because like with artificial scarcity and whatever, like those cards aren't going to be worth anything. Like realistically for very long, but they're keeping their fucking stride, man.
But you see, there's all different formats of Magic, and one of them is like lets you use everything.
Yeah,
and there's
like-
also a thing called the reserve list, and it's basically the guys who make Magic said, we're never going to print this card again.
Yeah.
So that
Forced-
drives up the scarcity. And they're always like, oh no, we don't look at the secondary market. And then they're like, but we've reprinted this card, and it's almost the same price from the secondary market.
Yeah, whatever. Like, if I'm going to throw down a bunch of money for a little piece of cardboard, it better have been hand drawn by the person I just watched do it. Anywho, guys, why don't we do this? Why don't we start wrapping up the show? You guys know how we like to wrap up the show. We do it every time with a round of staff recommendations. Now, Krista, she ran out because Elliot needed probably some turds taken out of his pants or something.
Turds.
There's too many turds in these
So
pants.
She's got too many turds. So why don't we start with Adam? Do you have a staff recommendation for us?
I've been watching The Kingdom recently on Netflix.
Okay, what's that about?
It's sort of a feudal, what was it? Korea, I think.
Okay.
And I don't know how much is based in like actual history, but it's in a period after a war with Japan.
That happens often.
Yeah.
But there's also zombies involved.
What the fuck? Those Koreans and their zombies, man. They're like 10 years behind us.
But it makes for a really cool like period sort of piece because like all these nice costumes and stuff from the time. But then they also incorporate this sort of unique look on zombies as well.
That's interesting.
Without giving too much away.
And it's called The Kingdom.
The Kingdom. There's 2 seasons of it out on Netflix right now. I haven't finished the second season yet, so I don't know if the show is over or if they're planning on doing more, but...
Okay, Andy, what do you got for us?
I'm going to recommend that if you play games on PC, that Xbox Game Pass for PC is $5 a month, and it's got a shit ton of games, and anytime a game comes out for Xbox, it's like a first-party thing, you get it on your PC.
It's been really nice.
And this is for... What, the Game Pass, you said?
Yeah, Xbox Game Pass for PC is $5 a month.
Would I be able to take my Monster Hunter?
I don't think the
Over?
Game Pass has Monster Hunter on it at the
That's
moment.
the thing. I am so fucking done. Like, after this console, I'm done with consoles. I'm fucking done with forced, like, exclusives. I'm done with all that fucking
See,
garbage.
Xbox is moving, like, all of their exclusives are on PC. Like, the day Gears of War 5 came out, I had it downloaded on my PC, ready to go.
Right. I'm just, like, I want to play Spider... I don't want to play anything on Switch, obviously, but I wouldn't mind playing Spider-Man. I wouldn't mind playing a couple PlayStation games, but I'm fucking done. I don't want to be one of those fucking console kids anymore fighting on the playground being like, the Xbox could kick the GameCube's ass. Like, whatever. It's done.
Yeah, I played Streets of Rage 4.
Ooh.
It's got some really good stuff on there. That's where I played Carrion, which I recommended last time.
Yeah.
But it's got all your Halos. You'll have your Halos.
Yeah, I had an impacted ass of Halo 20 years ago. I think I'm good for Halo.
Until the next one comes out.
Nope, still good then.
It's been pushed back, so it'll be even better.
Yeah, I doubt it. It'll be the same. Like, you make the graphics a little shinier. It's still the same shit.
I guess if you're a cynic.
Even if you're not a cynic, like you it's the same weapons. It's the same everything. It's just
We should
shiny.
get David to curate a Steam list. Like, you can be a Steam curator, and every review just says shit.
Listen, I'm not against games. I'm just against them being served to me different times with different names, but being the same thing. Like, you can call a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Dijon mustard. It doesn't change what it is.
Ooh, it sounds fancy.
Yeah, that sounds like, could I get it from an old man in another car?
It'll still just be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but yes. All right, guys, what do I got to recommend? So maybe you were paying attention, maybe not, but the AC went out here at the grand old Dirty Randy Studios. So I've been using these mini evap coolers, and I got to tell you, actually really good. So if you I got two of them. My mother-in-law bought a couple of them. Didn't realize they were desktop units. The one's 6 inches tall. Anywho, took it to work. These things are gangbusters. So you got a warm room in your house. Nice. This one's battery powered, so it'll last by itself for 6 hours. Listen, you're in a hot state. Get yourself a tiny little evap cooler. I'm literally, I keep pointing at it like you can see me, but it's right there. I'm pointing at it, and it's blowing directly in my direction.
Right in my face. Ah.
So, guys, if you, I don't know why you would, want to get in contact with us, we're, the email has not changed. No matter how many times you ask me what is your email, it will never change. fistfulofpodcasts@gmail.com. If you want, take a crack by our Patreon. I've got some exclusive content up there. We've already got some supporters. Do come by the Facebook if you haven't already. That blew up, and I've still got to do a couple of things to make everybody happy there. I'll take care of that later. We're on Twitter, whatever. Where you can find us wherever. If you want to get involved, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. God damn it. I am not going to make you, unless you're that bitch who wants to jump on her fucking sister's wedding. That bitch.
You bitch.
All right, dudes. So unless there's anything new or old to bring to the table, I'm ready to start shutting this baby down.
I'm good.
Shut it down.
All right, dude bros. So until next time, I'm Dave.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Adam.
Saying, I don't have a new outro for this new season of the show, so we will catch you next time. See ya.
Oh, it's a shocker on Shock Street. Look out.
Or they try to.
Fistful of Podcasts Radio.